I'm Teri Petz. I'm your host or hostess, whatever you want to call me. I am originally from Hungary with a German background. Been in Canada since 1988. I still have an accent. And I love writing. I love poetry. I also love making videos when I have time for it. I also wrote a book called A Piece of Her Heart, and it's a poetry book of all my poems between 2000 and I believe 2019. So it's about 19 years of poetry in a book. I am on Substack. I started blogging there about a year and a half ago, and I love doing that. I am in Kat's poetry group with Jill and two other ladies, and we have a great time once a month. And I also host live open mic in Lethbridge, South Alberta, once a month.
My first name is Pamela. I am the sixth Pamela in my matrilineal line, and my daughter is the seventh. So 7 generations of Pamelas. And I don't have a website, I don't have a book, but I am doing stuff on Substack. So you can find me under my name on Substack.
Hi, I'm from Malaysia. It's now 8:07 a.m. on Thursday. What is it? So I'm from the future. I've been writing poetry for only 8 years. Yeah, I do have a Substack, but I fill it up with links to poems that have been published.
I'm Kat Charissage, and I'm the author of this book called Wildflower Seeds, The Beauties of a Reflective Life. And it is a book filled with activities you can do to get to know yourself better, to feel more grounded, to get to know your inner life better, to be calm and mostly intentional about how you want to live your life, to know your values and live it out.
Falling Apart, subtitle, Some Philosophical Musings. I'm so tempted to say that things are falling apart. Climate, politics, social order, economics, relationships, not to mention my health and physical state, as well as those of my aging and beloved family and friends. Tempted, yes. But were things ever really together? A nicely compact whole, steady and firmly seamed. We like to think that they are, that we can live in the comfortable belief that day after day, night after night, our lives will carry on with perhaps a curve ahead, a hill to climb or valley to drop down to, but certainly not a road closed sign, a detour, or a terrible crash. It's all an illusion. Highways disintegrate in winter, warp in summer, are prone to avalanche or slide. Accidents happen all the time. We humans have been here about 300 millennia. You'd think by now we'd be used to the decay, decline, destruction, and death that life brings, the inevitable entropy of creation's offspring. But no, most of us are not reconciled. Most of us still live in blissful hope that tomorrow will come and go and morph into another tomorrow not too different from all the others, despite all evidence to the contrary. So why? Why do we do this? Because humans need to assign meaning. We want to know the why, where, what, who, and how of life. And when we can't find our answers, we respond with fear, anger, anxiety, or a host of other emotions. Our needs have not been met. But really, does each happening in our lives, in our wider world, have meaning? Does it have to have meaning? Or do events just happen as time's carpet unrolls? If that is so, nothing can fall apart, nor ever be together in the first place. They just are. No action or doing, just being. Our assigned meanings are arbitrary, have no substance, are illusions of our own making. Is there comfort in such a finding? Does it help when we feel things to be falling apart? Not for me. The urge to know the why is far too strong. My search for meaning, my need to live in comfort and security, far too great. So, in my own reality, in the small world which I inhabit, I will hold the tension of the opposites. I will live the questions, but still, I'm tempted to say, things are falling apart. Yesterday would have been my mother's 105th birthday if she were still around. And I have been really busy going through boxes of old photographs and old letters and all sorts of things, sorting things and trying to decide what to keep and what to throw out. So this is a poem called Remember When. Our family was picture book. Mother, father, one girl, one boy. More distant kin was really just that, all living far away, some across the vast Atlantic. So except for Christmas time and trips in summer, we four were it for family. I was older than you. I didn't expect that you would go before me, leaving me the sole survivor of a once strong, spirited quartet. You left. I am the last, the unwilling and willing keeper of treasures, artifacts, photographs, stories. What do I preserve and how? And really, why? There's no one left to ask, remember when? For now I am the sole custodian of memories. But these I cherish. And even though the rest of you are gone, somehow I think you're listening when I say, remember when? And more, I somehow feel you answer. Samhain. And so the year's wheel has spun full round again, and Samhain time is here. By the calendar of half my forebears, this is New Year's Day, the eve of Calan Gaeaf, first day of winter to the Celts. It is feeling very wintry indeed, and I feel the chill of age in my bones. Here and now, of course, it's Halloween, All Hallows Eve, vigil of the great day tomorrow, the feast of all the saints, the living and the dead. I've made no preparations for the day, carved no pumpkins, donned no costume, put up no decorations. I have no special mask to wear this night, but I have laid in a store of sugary provisions for the excited, becostumed door-knockers who will soon be on the prowl before even nightfall has truly set in. We'll turn on the porch light as a sign of welcome, corral the dogs disturbed by this constant assault, and I will sit by the door. This is a night when I like to stay at home, wrapped in warmth of family and familiarity, for there is a feel to this time, a palpable pending, an atmosphere of possibility, both of promise and of dread. The old one said the veil is thin this night, a time when the dead are not so far away. I know they are certainly on my mind. I give them thanks for their gifts to me, unknown passings down, and for my life itself. I honor their living and their dying, and invoke their aid and guidance for this new year. And when the traffic at the door has ceased, I'll turn off all the lights, close the drapes, and with a sigh, withdraw to my own place, my own self, my own time, and hope for better times to come in the New Year's turning.
Fly. I never visited my father in hospital when he had his first heart attack, or my mother when she had her first operation. I never wanted to see my parents in pain, suffering, lying in distress. I just wanted to stay in the warm cocoon of my own ignorance. In a child's eyes, parents are made of cast iron, everlasting. never in need of repair, like the reliable hinge that pivots and swings, never separating from the door, that light that always comes on when you open the fridge for a midnight snack, the clean bed, fluffed up pillows, ever ready to receive a troubled mind. Here, there's always flowers in the living room vase. The porch light is always left on for when you're home late. The car always starts at the turn of the ignition sparks like a first kiss, and there's always gas in the tank for the long journey to grandma's. We know that day will come, seeing you in the mirror, all dressed for prom, graduation, your first job interview, maybe an engagement or a wedding, when leaning over the forsaken nest, king wings stretched with tears rimming eyes, we'll have to let go. But like prodigal heart, parts of a heart, before the first fall, the raised bed, the smell of hospital disinfectant, the frigid hospice, know that there's still a warm, well-lit place, sheltered from the pain of this darkening world, for you to come home. Existential chrysalis. When I go, I'd rather not have people say gone too soon. I'd rather they say he left right on time. Never overstayed his welcome, went as he came, head first, pushing through, shoulders high, a pelvis rocker, a breech bopper, unhinged and released, unstrung, and now deceased. In relative terms, a contraction or three, perhaps freed and disentangled in space-time, driven by a mysterious, infectious energy, affecting, boundless, all-encompassing, like a Venetian gondola slicing through canals, subverting surface tensions, delving deeper under bridges, over currents, constantly oaring, even serenading, yet never boring. I don't want to be seen as a wannabe when I'm gone, but a triple dose of dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin that rush when you slow down and try to recall the way things were. My existence transparent, shamelessly apparent, a translucent winged memory, furiously flapping inside, then landing ever so gently in slow mo to pollinate the bouquet of your heart. This one is called The Bell, the Mug, the Shoe, the Bookshelf, and the Armchair because I couldn't come up with a title. I no longer believe in romanticized love. I believe in kindness and honesty and moral compasses. Love is too ephemeral, a shape-shifting cloud, a faceless shyster. I'd rather have the consistency of a church bell. Its clappers swinging from side to side, each strike, each ring announcing its presence, a repeating refrain calling out character. I hold dear the cracked mug that can take the heat of morning coffee, afternoon chai, or evening's hot chocolate, serving soul balm with the calm of a chalice. I relish the comfort of old sneakers, protective and elevating, despite this old baggage of flesh and bone, a pair to bear the cross of my weight, as if anointing my flat feet with their swoosh, their trainer soles, their lace tongues. I admire a sturdy and straight bookcase, its selfless shelves that hold up the chosen collective, not unwilling to take on more, nor judging me less for unturned hardcovers, the unread paperbacks of storied lives, knowing words within are to be savored, not belabored, and there's always time to catch up. I praise the favorite armchair, the pew, the park bench, any recliner or unlofty throne that provides the briefest respite from the hubbub of the masses, the dub of mediocrity, the chatter of white noise, the clatter of slammed doors. In short, I'm a believer of endurance, of faith, forgiving, and the fated, an affection that just is, neither fishy nor foul, not dodgy emojis, nor needy howls, a bell for whom no one takes a toll, a cup that has no need to run it over, weary feet that need no binding, a shelf that'll never be shelved, a chair that has legs, ordinary things that are self-aware, giving, receiving, abiding, and just being there.
My salt water's love. And when I'm speaking of salt water in here, I'm speaking both of tears and our blood. On Friday the 13th, my heart, pierced, rained an ocean of tears. Salt water from an ocean of love. Everything I heard, saw, read, thought about, brought on the rain of tears that day. And the next, and the next. Filled with so much love that my heart broke open, the tears and the love flowed over everything I know, over my entire awareness, over all. So much love for our broken open world, so much love for my broken open life. There were shootings in Paris, stopping, dead, forever. More than 100 fellow souls living their evening freedoms in a neighborhood epitomizing liberal society. Hundreds, thousands, millions more are stopped, stunned, with a hurt they may live with forever. Meanwhile, on another continent but no world away, I have a son we named Liberty. Liberty, so that he may be liberated from indoctrinations. Liberty, so that he may be free to be his unique self. And unique he is, deeply creative, highly sensitive, quirky, eccentric, a writer becoming a man, trying to figure out how to make a life while making a living. He sees this crazy world as pained, taken aback by the hatred. How to make a future? Do I even matter in a dying world of 7 billion people? I can't even run this program. How can I ever make a difference? And sometimes he is angry, and oftentimes he is sad. He is so often misunderstood. Liberty is a word very often misunderstood in a world of shoulds, oughts, you need to be controlled. But my mother's heart breaks open again, and salt waters flow. The salt waters flow for liberty, for freedom, for those killed in so many places in this broken open world, for those still alive, broken open, love flowing out for all of us. And the newspapers say that the killers will be pursued without mercy. Without mercy. My salt water's love flows over that, too. All of us yearn to make a difference, to make one's life meaningful, and yes, even memorable, if we can. All of us want that, even those who grow up to undertake terror. What is it like, really, to grow up seeing this broken world, yet also be frustrated, isolated, and tutored by haters who show you how to make a difference for sure, this kind of difference, show you how to become memorable? People say violence is senseless, but I understand that it's not senseless at all in this twisted meaningfulness. Not senseless, but tragic. Totally and fully tragic. And my salt water's love flows over that, too. But I can almost not bear my heart being so broken open, too open, love flowing, but life flowing out, too. Where? How? What do I do to hear this, to bear this? My heart broken open, I must remember it is also held in gently by my own skin, my own body. Salt waters can flow, but also be bounded and contained. I can choose what to let in. I can choose where to look. Salt water can help me cleanse my eyes, can help me see more clearly, see the finches play at the bird feeder, see my spouse prepare supper, see the branches of the crabapple twist toward light, and see the helpers come to help, the healers come to heal. Know that I don't need to feel it all or do it all, but do what is mine to do, bounded by my reach. My broken open heart can contain me. Give me words to direct my thoughts. Give me actions to repair my piece of the world. Give me the discipline to show up every day to the page, to my life, where I can make my difference, my meaning, where I can pour my salt water's love with mindful intention. Boundless love, boundless life, directed love, repairing life. And I move into a truth that can only be known by seeing all sides with compassion, including my own limited, bounded self in this limited, aching body. This truth is beautiful. It's the beauty of love, flowing yet contained by the banks of my own body and life in this world. And the crystal in the window transforms sunlight into rainbows, different colors, unexpected beauty, word becoming flesh. Who could believe all those colors are in sunlight? All our colors held in the light, our human rainbow of colors held in the light. That's the promise. And it's beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. Slowly and intentionally letting the colors out. I didn't sign up for this. Aches always, pain often, sleep elusive, fatigue. Fatigue grabs the majestic horse, straining at the bit, wanting to run, gallop. Fatigue grabs this energy and pulls it into a brown hole. A brown hole is like a black hole, except that it's a mess of colors, not an absence of them. All around. Creativity, life, color. I want to live that now. Not a little, but a lot. A new color from within tinges the brown hole an earthy golden. This gold welcomes blues and violets, the reddish pink. Come in, mix with me. We mix, but do not remain brown. In my own way, I separate out the colors and let them move out beautifully. Differently, slowly, but intentionally. And the horse, now calmed, enjoys the meadow.
Nature and me. Like two peas in a pod, nature and me. Without nature, there is no me. I grew up overlooking the Danube, embraced by a wide band of poplars and willows, and woke up to the sweet sound of birds. Nature has been my refuge since I was a small child and gave me comfort when I needed it. When I lived in Toronto, I kept looking for nature, but only found a cold, gray, concrete jungle. Victoria offered a fair share of green. I lived there for 20 years and then moved to Fanny Bay and lived by the ocean. Oh, what a treat! Snow-capped mountains, clear rivers, and the ocean. I couldn't ask for more. Now I live in Lethbridge, close to the Old Man River. I have seen eagles, coyotes, deer, beavers, pelicans, countless waterfowl, and the changing colors throughout the seasons. I still wake up to the sound of birds, and it feels like the sound of home. Home has to have lots of the living color of green turn to warm, robust colors in the fall, virginal white in the winter, and lush green in spring. I realized I have to be surrounded by nature. Without trees, birds, and nature, there is no me. I have a new grandson. He wasn't born new, but I adopted a young man as a grandson because he stole my heart. His name is Patrick, and when he came to our open mic, he sat down with Jill, Kat, and I and chatted with us, and I think he stole all of our hearts. Last time we had an open mic, he was asking questions about love, and he did an impromptu poem about it, which was amazing. I would like to dedicate this poem to him. Love. Love is like a gentle flower with a sweet scent, like a soft breeze on a warm summer night. It fills your heart with warmth. When you love, you give what is needed instead of what you want to give. You give yourself away and still have so much more to share. Love is a soft kiss, a gentle touch, a lending hand when times get tough. Love is to wipe a tear with a smile. Love is the power that stops guns from firing when enemies put their weapons down and shake each other's hands instead. Love is to live in peace or to let go. Release your love, let it flow. Hope it will touch every heart and turn violence into peace and more love. And my third poem is a combination of qualities I found in my friends, in Fanny Bay particularly, who love nature as much as I do and spend as much time in nature as they can. And I used to swim with a few of them. She chose the path of beauty. She chose to stay close to nature and walk the path of beauty every day. She finds her power walking through the trees in quiet solitude and has a big smile every time she encounters wild animals. She stops at the big fir tree and connects with its ancient energy. She wraps her arms around its wide trunk and breathes in the clean air the plants release. She bows her head to salute the trees and dances along with the wind sweeping through the lush forest. She stops when she hears footsteps and slows her breath down to minimize the noise she makes. To her delight, Mother Deer appeared with a baby wearing Bambi's colors. They chew fervently on fresh leaves as she is standing quiet and still like a statue until they pass her. She remembers on every walk how wonderful it is to live here, where she can have these magic moments. She is content to stay close to nature and walk the path of beauty every day. We have 12 minutes left, so let's go around one more time, starting with Jill, and I'd like to invite you to read another poem for us.
Love affair. I'm having a love affair with clouds. It is, to be sure, an unrequited love, at least up till now, as far as I can tell, and it has gone on for years. But oh, how they fascinate me, draw me in, lock me into mindful observation. Awed. Talk about shades of gray. The number must at least approach infinity, and shades of white as well, and brightness too. And then at sunrise and sundown, how they blaze with glory, pinks, oranges, purples of varying stunning hues. I often see familiar things in clouds. Look, a duck, an angel, a flying fish, a lopsided rabbit. Like snowflakes, Clouds must be each unique, yet nature's abundant palette, overflowing form, can produce them endlessly, with no effort at all. I love them big and fluffy, giant cotton balls piled up one on one. I love them lying in layers of long, thin lines patterned by their shades. I love them small, serenely floating in a sky of brilliant blue. At times they fly by with haste, eager to be miles away as soon as possible. Sometimes they float, lazy, having nowhere to hurry to. Other times they seem to barely move at all, and time seems stilled as well. Wordsworth's cloud was lonely. I see them self-assured, infinitely morphing from shape to shape, or like the smile of the Cheshire cat, simply fading away. Ah, yes. Time spent watching clouds is time well spent, as Mother Nature draws me in, enfolding me in one embrace with all that is, sky, cloud, and me. So perhaps my love affair is not so one way after all.
Unfriend. I can't unfriend a dead friend on Facebook. I can't delete the number on my phone either. What am I expecting? A phone call? A text message? Heaven really needs to expand its cell phone coverage. Hell only makes collect calls. I never pick up those. I know it's just a spammer trying to sell me something I don't need. They must have a lot of free upgrade plans down there. Your marketing teams are killers. Friendship online can be a tenuous thing. Is a friend on social media a real friend or just a means to an end, like a creeper on a wall clinging to a boundary or a border between two countries without immigration checks or customs clearance? I have too much baggage anyway and always need to unload. I grieve at birthday reminders. I reread your last posts, your last messages. You are a haunted house with broken windows. I peek in to see your ghost. Come out and play, I say. You laugh, smile, then walk away. Not my time already? But why did yours come so early? It's like you took an elevator up and pressed the top button. You should have gotten off earlier. You missed my floor. I'm still here, and all the elevators are broken. They only go down now. I take the staircase sometimes just to hear the echo of you. I could use a hug tonight. Do you give lots of those up there? Do you receive any from the angels? I never ever saw God as the huggable kind, just an old guy with a long beard, with a mean streak, put us all on one planet and left us here. Go forth and multiply? We overdid it, I think. How do you embrace 8 billion people? Even 1,000 friends online is too much. One hug truly given is all I need tonight, but ghosts and gods don't hug, do they? Invisibility is too high a wall to cross for now. It's a boundary you can't see, but always there, a border on a map made up of broken lines. This border between us, it's made up of broken hearts. I'm just glad there's no unfriend button on your end, because I'm never going to unfriend you on mine.
Listening for the red thread. Rest into the quiet, dear one. Listen for the red thread. You want to respond to the aches around you, to the pain so visible to your X-ray eyes. You want to share the wisdom pieces you've saved, sweeping up after so many messes. You see so much, yet you ache too. And you're tired, so tired too. Rest into the quiet, dear one. Listen for the red thread. Mysteries within have moved mountains of intentions, changed plans again and yet again. You can't do it all, dear one, not even just what you really want to do, not even just what you think you're called to do. But you still move forward slowly, 15 minutes now, then again, and yet again. Rest into the quiet, dear one. Listen for the red thread. Don't push. You're not lazy. No dynamite is needed here. Cherish yourself, your inner circle of all, where you have the most influence, even within mysteries of unexpecteds. Enough sleep, good food, these can be chosen today, and another day, and chosen yet another today. Rest into the quiet, dear one. Listen for the red thread. Remember the golden heart, dear one, where love protects your aliveness. Follow the red thread to its center, and intuition will show what's next. Your X-ray eyes might see the red thread's tangles, but only your peace is the peace to hold. Your peace is your peacefulness in quiet. In contemplation, you'll know the compassion to cherish self, your own center of it all. Rest into the quiet, dear one, and listen for the red thread.
The power of poetry. I wanted to thank you, and you, and you, all of you, for sharing your poem with me. Sharing the sadness, the joy, the frustrations, the humor, the beauty. Sharing your thoughts, your hopes, your dreams. Every time you share your poems, you share more than just words with me. You share a sacred piece of you. And as we share, we relate, we connect, and we bond with each other in a deep, meaningful way. Because when I see you for who you truly are, I appreciate you more than if we had a superficial talk about the weather. Thank you for sharing your sadness, the joy, the frustrations, the humor, the beauty, sharing your thoughts, your hopes, and your dreams. Thank you for sharing your poetry with me.
Deep gratitude, and it's been a wonderfully uplifting hour, and the music of the flow of the words has soothed my soul. So thank you.
Yeah, I just echo that. Thank you so much for this very sacred space. I'm so happy to see all of you all again. Hope to see you every month. Thank you.
One of the things I find when I listen to people read their poetry is that it helps me see a much bigger world. Like I'll be thinking of your straight, solid staircases, Julian, and the recliner chairs. We have, I think it's 7 or 8 recliner chairs in our household because our family really loves them. And yes, and the beauty of Fanny Bay and the I've been there, and the ocean there. But it reminds me of it. So all of your words add to my life and make it bigger. So thank you.
I want to thank you all for coming. And even though it was our first one and there were only 4 of us, I think it was a great time. I hope you had as much fun as I did. And I hope to see you again next month and going forward as much as you can join us. Thank you, thank you, thank you.